Whether it's packing a backpack, being wildlife aware or having the proper equipment, these students are learning it all.
WildSight sort of started the program to get kids outside and enjoying being in the outdoors and give them some skills to go do that on their own.
Now in its 8th year, the Go Wild program, as it's known, culminates in a 5-day hiking and camping trip. Teacher Jen Means, who's been involved since the beginning, says these pre-sessions are well worth it.
It allows me to get to know the group and realize what we need to work on as far as dynamics or skills or equipment needs. When we get to the 5-day trip, the kids know what to expect, they're organized and they're prepared.
WildSight hopes that by encouraging kids to get outside and enjoy the natural world, they'll want to take better care of it. And through this program, it seems to be working.
We've really created a culture, and that level of understanding and skill has definitely increased over the 8 years.
I wanted to get to know more about the wilderness, and I don't know, I think it's a good experience to go.
I've done this sort of thing before, but never in an organized group, and I figured it would be a really fun experience and I'd learn a lot.
The important part is your sleeping bag is a -10 and that it's waterproof.
I've definitely learned a lot today compared to what I knew before this class.
How to properly pack a backpack so it balances and it doesn't pull you down an incline and it doesn't strain your back.
Grade 10 student Kennedy Sturzer was on hand. She did the trip last year and says it was an unforgettable experience.
To me, it truly was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How high we got up onto the ridge, and some people who wouldn't normally do a thing like this, just fighting through and being able to get to the top.
And now she's sharing her knowledge with this year's crew.
Students are much more likely to approach a fellow student with honest questions than they are me, even though I want to be open and be that person. It's really important to have sort of that middle ground of someone who's had the experience.
She also has some advice for these budding hikers.
You really need to make sure you have the proper equipment, because if you're not comfortable, then it's not going to be very enjoyable, but having proper shoes and rain gear really helps.
And if the past is any indication, it definitely pays to listen up.
The ones that take your word honestly and have prepared themselves are much more comfortable during the experience than those that are oh, I don't need to wear my hiking boots until the day before I go on the trip. Those are the ones that you're taping their blisters for the whole 5 days.
A trip into the backcountry also means no cell service. It's a chance to re-engage with the natural environment.
I get a lot of comments from the students just saying that it was so wonderful not being on their phone all the time or not always having music playing in their ears.
For me, it wasn't bad. It was kind of cool, actually, just to see what it'd be like without electronics.
For more information on WildSight's Go Wild program, check out wildsight.ca or call 250 427 9325. For Go Kootenays in Kimberley, I'm James Farnan.